You're listening to the Pixie Dust Fan Podcast. Hi, I'm Francine.
And I'm Carrie.
We're two best friends who can't stop talking, usually about Disney stuff.
Sometimes we have fascinating guests, and sometimes it's just us. But it's always positive and fun.
We're happy to have you join our chat. Thanks for listening, and let's get started. Hi, Carrie.
Hello, Fran.
How's it going?
It is going. It's going.
It's going?
I'm home. That's all.
You're home.
That's our work. It's good. We're home.
Sometimes, like, it sounds great when people are like, oh my gosh, you travel so much. That's so fabulous. But sometimes when you travel too much, it's like you miss your own bed. You miss your home. You got stuff to do. It's not all glamour and glitz.
No, it's nice to be home.
Yeah.
Like, just to be home. Like, I know you're right. People are like, oh, you travel. Oh, woo-hoo. You want to go home or whatever. But no, you do want to go home. It's just to get home and have, like, it's fun to be away, but sometimes you just need to have your regular life.
Yes.
You kind of like can't wait to just maybe go back to do some proper work, like sit at your desk and work properly. As silly as that sounds. I couldn't wait to get home to get back to work.
Yeah.
Because I was away, like we were away in May for quite a few days, and then I was only home for maybe 10 days, and then I was gone again for another 10 days. But my bedding like the sleeping, it was more comfortable sleeping like on this trip than the trip before. I like the beds and they were more comfortable. Like the bed at Caesar's Palace was very comfortable.
Right.
It was very, very comfortable. So, but anyways, we talked about that last time, although I don't think I said that the bed was comfortable.
Yeah, you got to get that in there because it's very important. It's very important where you stay. That's why Carrie loves Marriott's. If you ask her, she loves the Marriott beds.
I love Marriott's, but the Westin Anaheim, that's the best, most comfortable bed I've ever stayed in.
Nice.
I can't believe I say that to my Marriott and my JW. But anyways.
Well, this is part 2 of your trip. So your trip was 10 days and you went to Las Vegas first for the conference. And we talked about that on the last episode. And then now, when we finished the last episode, you were on your way to Disneyland. Because of course you can't be that close and not go.
Yeah, exactly. And it had been a while since I had been there. So we had to go. So we were going to drive from Vegas to Disneyland, and we had a van, something rented, and probably like maybe, I don't know, a month or so before the trip, we started negotiating with each other about flying instead of driving, because I said, like, if we drive, like, I was going to plan like cheesy road stops along the way, like, the world's biggest thermometer and the alien beef jerky and the whatever, like, plan all these places. And it was like my plan would have been a whole day. Like, so I think, we talked about how long it was going to take, even just a plane drive, let alone like doing like the road trip drive. So anyways, we finally decided to fly, and then we had to decide which airport to fly into and which time to fly. And we ended up booking a flight from Las Vegas to Long Beach, California. And the flight was like 45 minutes. By the time you get up and they serve you a drink, you can feel the plane going back down. So Long Beach is like probably, I don't know, like probably with no traffic, it's probably like a 20 or 30-minute drive to Disneyland.
That's nice.
But it's sort of like when you go into John Wayne feels more like Buffalo Airport or something, like the size of it, like big build, like it's a building and whatever. The Long Beach airport is like, it's like an Art Deco, like art outside airport. Like we landed and we had to go downstairs to get on the tarmac. Like it was all open air, like where you pick up your bags and everything, like palm trees, cactus. It was like the best ever. Like I was taking pictures of the buildings because they were just like beautiful, like absolutely beautiful. I was like, I would like to fly into Long Beach just to be at the Long Beach airport. It was absolutely lovely. Because like going into LAX is like, there was traffic from Long Beach Airport to Disneyland because we were landing whatever in the middle of the afternoon or whatever. But like LAX is totally different ball game, like the traffic and the
The
like
traffic in
getting to
LAX
and
is
from.
crazy.
And like it was honestly like it was a pretty expensive Uber ride for the distance, but I would expect that it probably would have been a lot more to go from LA at that exact time of day. Like it was probably
Oh
60 or
yeah.
$70 for us to go from Long Beach to Disneyland. But anyways, it was totally worth it because it's the tiniest airport I've ever been to. I would expect like the Palm Beach airport's probably the Palm Springs airport's probably the same sort of thing, like a tiny, 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 tiny airport. But
Nice.
I was glad that we took advantage of that. Like that was one of my selling features. Like when is like we like living like flying from Toronto or even flying from Buffalo, we have no direct way to fly into these small airports. So like if we're in Las
Yeah.
Vegas, like we could have flown to LAX for cheaper, but when we're in Las Vegas, we can get that little quick direct flight. Like we should take advantage of the small airport. So
Oh, absolutely. It's a
it's
great,
really
and
nice.
that's so much easier than getting into LAX and rush hour and then trying to get transportation over to Disneyland. Like I'm sure it was a much more enjoyable experience.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely awesome. Totally awesome.
Nice.
And I had for this part of the trip, like I didn't really plan anything. Like the girls I was with, they picked the hotel. It was not a Marriott. It was not a Disney on-site hotel. It wasn't a Marriott. So like I was kind of bunking with instead of me having the reservation and having a buddy bunk with me, it was the opposite. They all made the reservations and I was the second person in the room. So I really had no idea where we were staying. Like I kept like we stayed at a Hojo. We stayed at the Howard Johnson. Um, it's called the Hojo Howard Johnson by Wyndham Anaheim Resort Water Hotel and Water Playground or whatever. So it's sort of across the road from the entrance to Disneyland. Um, probably it was about a 10-minute walk, which is very, very, very,
Okay.
very close.
That's not bad.
So what delighted me the most was that
Delighted.
what delighted me the most, and it's so funny, like the girls I'm with are like like rolling their eyes. But this hotel is like a mid-century motel, and it was glorious. Like the buildings were beautiful. Like I was like the rooms had these like peekaboo windows at the we were at the top floor and they had these peekaboo windows that had no shades and like they were just like it was just mid-century like perfection. This whole property was like amazing. And I was like as soon as I got there, I was taking pictures at the window. Like I went down and I was walking through the property taking pictures of everything. Um like the main check-in building is like it's just unbelievable. Like it's if you love that stuff, like I was going on and on and on about it and like the and I was like trying to Google where like with the history of it or whatever. And I kept thinking when I got there, there's one motel in Anaheim that has like the retro suite. And the last
Okay.
day it was that I realized it was that one. Like they have like a retro suite
Oh my
that you can
gosh, you
book.
would have been in your glory.
Well, I could have asked to see it if I would have actually like thought about it and like properly the day I arrived, then I could have inquired about maybe seeing this suite. And I've seen it on social media, like the influencers and the vloggers have toured the suite or whatever, but it was at the hotel, which makes loads of sense. But anyways, like even the cup in the room was like was designed to fit the design of the hotel. So like before I'd even left anywhere, I did my little tour and I took pictures and I texted them to my friend Joey because I know she would appreciate it. So like I just stopped on my track and I'm like, I've got it like
I gotta
these
send
gals are
these.
not as excited about this as I am. So like I'm like, I gotta tell Joey. So then I was texting her pictures and telling her like about the hotel or whatever. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm texting you these rando pictures. I go, but I had to share with someone who would appreciate them. And she was like, oh yeah, that's nice. I'm like, oh, it's beautiful here. It is so beautiful. Like I love the hotel. It's a motel. It was very, very cool. So yeah, I
Nice.
was surprised at the hotel and I really liked it. It was close, it was clean.
Would you
Um
stay there again?
Absolutely. Like I think from like because they're lower, like they're old lower buildings, kind of like the contemporary wing, the buildings in the contemporary,
The
they're kind of
garden
like old
wings?
school.
Yeah.
The garden wings are kind of like low, couple stories, whatever. I think that they had a tower that was seven levels, and then they had the lower like garden wing type buildings. Like I'm not sure if all of them are completely refurbished. Like I think there might be sections of the hotel that have maybe more refreshed rooms. So like I think
Yeah.
I would definitely say this to stay there. Like there's no free breakfast, but there's a nice pool, there's a kids splash area, and it's very, very close. So just making sure that you're like if there is a difference in the rooms that you look at which category you're gonna book, right? Because our room was nice and refreshed and it had a view of Disneyland, so we could see the fireworks from our. They had balconies, little balconies, so we could watch the fireworks from our balcony. So, but that was in the main tower.
Right.
But yeah, it was definitely
A
it was
10-minute
definitely
walk you
good.
can't go wrong with.
Yeah, it's not that far at all. And then on the way, like you pass the McDonald's, like there's ample places to like pop in and buy water or get us.
So Carrie's selling me on this new hotel by telling me I can pop in and get water on the way.
Yeah, for $1.50, you don't have to buy the Disneyland water for a lot more.
I'm
Um,
impressed that you know this. That's good. That's good.
but yeah, no, it was good. Like it was very, very, very hot when we were there.
Yeah.
But we still like a 10-minute walk back is fine. We definitely came back every day in the middle of the afternoon to take a break. Um, but yeah, so that was sort of our arrival. We didn't go into the parks that day, so we like in our group chat, we had talked about the things we wanted to do. Obviously, we had some things planned, but we wanted to go to the new restaurant in downtown Disney called Din Tai
Hmm.
Fung. It's like
Hmm.
it's I don't know how long it's been open, but it's really, really, really popular.
Okay.
Like really, really popular. So we like we when we got to Disney and we were all together, we were trying to get on like the walk-up list. And the walk-up list only allows you to put four people, but there was five of us. So we got on the walk-up list and then we went to downtown Disney and we went to the restaurant to say, hey, we could only add four, but we're five, whatever, whatever, whatever. Like
Right.
we were like, I don't know exact number, but we were and I probably like maybe I'm over exaggerating a little bit, but we're probably not far off. We were like number like 175 or like
Oh my
220 on the walk
God.
up list or something crazy like that. Like it says like you will be seated, your estimated wait time is like 160 minutes or something
Wow.
crazy like that. So anyway, so we got on the walk up list, then we got there and changed it so that they knew there was five of us. And then we just waited, like we hung around, we went in the shops, we went to the Disneyland hotel to check it out because we figured just in case we
Right.
were not up that way. And the Disneyland hotel has that beautiful 70th anniversary carpet. Like
Yes.
yeah, it's beautiful. Disneyland Hotel is just wonderful. Um, so yeah, we did that, and then we went for our dinner, which was very good. It's like family style, so we all ordered like two dishes each, and then they bring all the little dim sum thingies and noodles and whatever
Is
to
it
the
a
table, and
flat
we shared
rate?
them all.
Like, is it a flat rate for dinner?
No, you pay
No,
per
no.
you
So
pay
you
per
pay
item.
per.
So the lady said to get it, like she suggested at least two things per person. So we
Okay.
just picked everything up and then we just split the bill. It was good, like, but it's busy. It's so noisy. Like it,
Mm.
it's just noisy as can be. Like, 'cause the restaurant's so busy and it's just, you know, it's crazy that all the time we invested in whatever for this experience, and it is chaos. It's utter chaos in this restaurant
Right.
because it's just so noisy. People talking, families, whatever. So you pay a lot for your dinner and you get excited about it to be in like chaos. Kind of like the
Right.
Disney restaurant
Yeah.
way, right? Like everything's
Yeah.
always so busy and loud and whatever. But it was good, and we had a good time. We were glad we went.
Oh, good.
So yeah.
Would you rush
Um,
back? Like, would you do it again? Or you're like, okay, I'm glad I did it, but I wouldn't rush back just for
I would
the
do it again if people like
experience.
if people wanted to go, if I was with people that wanted to try for sure. But like, yeah, you just need to have the time. Like you like
Right.
knowing that we knew that it was going to be a bit of chaos to get in. So we just kind of went with the flow and were patient and waited our turn and we were really
Mm.
hungry by the time the dinner came. So, it was a really good experience because we were hungry as well.
Right.
So that
Yeah, for
helped a little bit,
sure.
I think, that we were hungry. But yeah, we had dinner and then we probably did a little bit of shopping, looked at the
Hmm.
merch,
Yeah.
and then we called it a day. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Like the
And
next
then
day, like I didn't even plan which days we were going to which park. Like the girl said, these are our park pass
so
reservations.
you
So I was
were
like,
truly
okay,
the second banana on this. Like because usually you're like, okay, here's where we're going, here's what we're doing. Good for you.
yeah. I didn't have the brain width. I say bandwidth, but I'm going to say the brain width, the brain capacity
Yep.
to put any of the planning in it. So the next day we went to Disney California Adventure. So like the four of us that were traveling, like Leslie and Jamie are like Energizer bunnies. So like they're up and
Yes.
early, up there for rope drop. And myself and Carolyn, we kind of moseyed when we moseyed on. So by the time we get there, like I'm looking in our little group chat, like they've already shared like 17,000 pictures of them with Marvel characters and we've barely left.
You
Like
guys
we're
are
just
just
tying up our
wondering.
shoes. We're tying up our shoes to leave the hotel room.
Yep.
And these gals have seen a lot of stuff. Anyway, so we went to DCA, and my priority always to go to DCA is to ride cars, like the Radiator
Yep.
Springs. So we went to Radiator Springs, and I've never like I always do the single rider line, and the single rider line literally had nobody in it, like nobody, like nobody. Like
Nice.
the line goes to a certain point, and then they bring you into the single rider queue area.
Hmm.
The single rider queue is empty. So, anyways, we rode it twice, and Carolyn and I actually got to ride it together. And then the second time, the second ride, the ride stopped. And I've like, we were stopped in the room where, right where the tractor tipping is, like in that
Okay,
little area
cool.
there. And we
Yeah,
were
yeah.
stopped for like the longest time. And I never really thought about being on that ride when it stopped. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like I just never really thought of it. Anyways, we were stopped for quite a bit of time. And then when we came up to get off, the guy was like, "You guys were in the delay," and we're like, "Yep." And he's like, "You want to ride again?" And we're like, "Yep." So we did Radiator
Oh my
Springs three times in a
gosh.
row, which was kind
That's
of cool.
awesome. Oh,
But
very good.
so that was fun, and that's my favorite ride. And my tip is to always do single rider. Like it's one thing, you can do it with your group. It's good to do it together because you get your picture taken. So you
Right.
figure out one way, whether you wait in line, whether you rope drop, whether you buy lightning lane, whether you ride at a certain time of day. But beyond that, like single rider
Single
all the way.
riders.
Like
Yeah.
if we wouldn't have been delayed, we would have done that. We could have just got off and went back in and did the uh the single rider again. And when we were coming out the last time, the single rider line was long, and Carolyn was like, "Holy crap,
Uh
that's a single rider line!" And I'm like, yeah, like that's what happens. Like it's not.
yeah. You
It's you
managed to
got to
get
do
there
it.
at the right time.
You just have to do it early, like right after, like when the first couple hours after the park opens
Right.
is the key time because everybody goes and waits in the standby line
Right.
because they want to
Of
be in with
course.
their friends and
They
get the
want to be
pictures and do
together with their
whatever.
friends and their family.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Um.
Did
So
they
yeah, I'm
have
trying to think of
70th anniversary stuff at Grand California or Grand oh my
the
gosh.
DCA, Disney
DCA.
Great California. Um, yeah, they definitely do have a through at both of the parks. There's definitely merch in both of the parks at DCA. So, um, for the attractions there, I didn't probably do too many attractions, but I made sure like we went on Toy Story Mania. That's what we did right after, like when we met up, uh, the four of us, we went, or the five of us, we went on Toy Story Mania, and they have a 70s overlay. So when you're actually playing the game, their 70th like, so
Oh,
the
fun.
points have like a 70 in front of them. So if it was supposed to be like
Oh,
1,000, now it's 7,000 or 700. Like they have there's regular points, but then they have a set of points that pop up that's all
oh,
70th.
that's
So
fun.
that's kind of fun. Like the one thing, it's kind of neat to see that they've got an overlay on it, but they also, like, when you're going in the ride, like when you're driving through the parts that aren't the screens, like it looks like they've literally like pasted like 70th stickers on stuff. And my first instinct, as soon as I saw it, I was like, those stickers are probably not going to come off the wall. They're going to have to close this down to
Right.
like get to they're going to have to refurb the walls, because they've literally put stickers all over everything. And I thought they could have done screens, or really they have like some standees and stuff that are 70th, like when you're going in between the screens. That would have been enough. Like they didn't have stickers all over the place. So I expect there'll be a delay in the ride, in the ride when they say it's no longer the 70th, because they're going to be in there scraping and repainting and redoing, because
Oh,
they put
yeah.
stickers all over everything. Uh, but yeah, it was a fun ride. But I'm trying to think of what we did. We probably had, even just what we, like, I could just say what we did at DCA, right? Like we were there that day, and then we went back one of the other days. Like we went to the World of Color
I was just
dessert
going to
party. We
say,
had
so
that
World of
booked.
Color dessert party,
Yeah,
of course,
we had that
as
booked. We did
always.
that
How was
we
it?
did that the last night. It was good. Like I like the dessert party is like they changed it a little bit. Like they have, so
Okay.
now like they give you the box of food, but the box of food now has meats and more cheeses and things in it.
Oh,
So
okay.
they had all of these like candied fruit, which was really cool. So like it's sort of half and half now, whereas before it was like they gave you like a chunk of cheese, a couple grapes, and some crackers, and then everything else was sweet. It's
Yes.
sort of half and half now. So
Okay.
so that's a little bit better. Like, but it's still like the offerings aren't the
Yeah,
greatest.
but you're
Like
not going
they're
there for
okay.
the food. We've agreed
Exactly.
on that. Like it's
So
the dessert party is about where you're sitting. It's not about what you're eating.
yeah, and the 70th so now you get the box, and you get the box, and then you can have two alcohol drinks per person, or pop, or their fancy celebration drink or whatever. And then with the 70th, you're getting a pin too. So in the box there's like a limited
Oh,
edition pin.
nice.
So the pin will either be like, there's three kinds. Like there's one that's most limited, then there's a sparkly one, then there's a regular one. The whole group of us got the regular pin. And then the way that it works before is like you do your check-in online now. And people, like before, when you would go, you would go to the little kiosk that they have to kind of check in, and then people would wait in line. And then they would walk you over to the area where they're starting to see people, and then they have all these, it's sort of like when you go into the dining room on a cruise ship. They've got all the people waiting, and
Right.
they sign you, they bring you to a table, they bring you to a table. But now, like, you do all the check-in online. So you check in online, and I don't know, like if you check in earliest, then maybe you get priority, like because they're gonna assign you earlier. But we checked in right at the exact time, and then when people were still waiting in line in the area where they ask you to wait, but literally when you walk up now, it's like they know your name, and they go, oh, you're at table number 8.
Right.
So I don't think, like, checking in online at the earliest might be the key, whereas you don't have to worry about going and waiting,
Mm,
hoping that you're going to be at the front of the line and that you'll get a
right.
better seat. So we were a little confused with how all that worked, but in the end, like, I don't know if it's because like we did check in like exactly the second when we could. We were like right in the middle, right up front, in like a
Nice.
primo area. Like we were in a perfect area, perfect table. So they're all the tables are fairly good, but we were a little confused with how it worked. But in the end, it's pretty seamless, and
How
it
was
does
the
take the
show?
worry. Pardon?
How was
The
the
show.
show?
The show was good. The show was very good. Like it's obviously very spectacular. Like it's unbelievable. The water, the flames, the lasers, the colors, and all that stuff. Like for
Yeah.
me, it's the more like it's a Pixar characters and different things. Like to me, it doesn't resonate as much as the other
Right.
ones.
Okay.
And and I kind of felt that way at the start. I was kind of like, oh, I don't know that I'm gonna love this as much, but like I had a little like pep talk with myself and say, Carrie, don't be silly. Like, look at the spectacle of this. Like, this is unbelievable. Like the flame bombs and the whatever that's going all
I
over the
love the
place. Like,
Carrie pep talks.
like I kind of said to myself, chill out, toots. Like, enjoy it because it is
Right.
like even though you're like they've got like
But
yeah,
it's
it's
hard.
just a
It's
lot of
hard. You
it's a lot
love
of
the World of
Pixar
Color.
stuff.
Like you love World
It's
of Color and
it is. It's my favorite show,
as
and
it
it's still
is.
awesome.
Yes.
Like it's very, very like it's unbelievable. Like all it's just different music and different. Like they don't have the like. I wish they would have put the World of Color song either at the front or the end, and they don't, right? Because
Oh, right.
they don't do that. Um, but like it was okay. Like they had the only the saving grace was that the song like they had the Muppets at the beginning to do the intro, but like the song that they start with and the start that weaves through is a Rainbow Connection. So that's
Oh,
like that's
okay.
really really cool. Like so that got me, but
Yes.
it's still like the characters or whatever are are different and it's very good. Like I would watch it if I was there I would watch it a couple of times for sure. I
Okay.
100% would, and because it's just unbelievable. Like it's just to me what they do with the colors and the lasers and the way it looks when you're there in person. Like it doesn't, you can't get the feel of it by watching it
Right.
on YouTube. But like to me, it's just unbelievable that they can make something look like that. So I think it'll
Excellent.
always it's still my it's still my favorite. Like I love it, but it just didn't have the same. It's hard, like you always tease about the other anniversary fire, other anniversary one that has Walt Disney and
Yes.
Neil Patrick Harris. Like that was awesome. So like
That
the
was
bar is
spectacular.
it doesn't meet that bar. It definitely doesn't meet that
Okay.
bar because it doesn't draw at the heartstrings. But people that grew up with Pixar
It
and
probably,
like
maybe it
it
does
would
for
for them,
them.
right? Like it
Yeah.
absolutely would. But for me, it doesn't do the same
Right.
pull. But it's still
Okay. That makes
spectacular.
sense.
It's still unbelievable. Like
So it
maybe
was
it's
still
like
fantastic.
it's just colors and the whatever. Just I love it. I definitely love it. Um so yeah, I'm trying to think if we did anything else at DCA. I did the drawing a couple of times. Like it was so
Hmm.
hot. Like the girls were waiting. I wanted to draw Hortensia like because that I looked at the schedule
Yeah.
and I wanted to draw Hortensia. She was at like 5 o'clock or 5:30, but it was so hot
Nice.
outside and they were running around doing stuff that I went in early and
Mm.
it's so cool in that area. Like I ended up doing like three or like maybe two or did I do three of them? I did a few of them because I was like it was so cold and it's so busy. Like the people to do the drawings now is like maybe because it was hot, but like it was full up. Like they
That's
usually before
crazy.
they're like every single time and I wasn't sure if one of the girls was going to come in to draw with me because at first she said she did and I said if you want to draw like you have to come in like the line for the next like the show queue for the next one is already full like they're filling in every
Wow.
single seat so I just went in the line and I waited and I did the one and then I did Hortensia. Maybe I only did two of them, but that was the only thing on my bucket list. I wanted to see World of Color. I wanted to write Toy Story Mania. I wanted to write the Radiator Springs, and I wanted to do some of
Right.
the drawings. So I pretty much I wanted to ride the Monsters Inc. ride because it's going away, but I didn't manage
You
to
didn't
ride
manage to
that
do it.
one. But otherwise, just walking about,
Yeah.
being at DCA.
Just being
Things.
happy
I
because
checked
it's your
for the. I
happy
didn't see
place.
it. I didn't see Disneyland Cat. Like Francisco wasn't in
You didn't see
her regular
any
spot. So
cats?
I. It's hot. It's hot. I didn't
Yeah.
see any. I checked a few times. I walked over one of the times when I was at DCA. I went over to the hotel, like the Grand Californian, and went in the lobby and walked about and looked at their merch and did that. Like I did. Like the second time we were at DCA, I spent a lot of I let the girls run around in the heat, and I kind of did my own. I kind of did my
Right.
own thing and met up with them
Yeah. Good.
later.
Good for you. Stayed in some
It's hot.
AC. I know. And were you drinking enough water, Carrie?
I tried, but not enough, probably. So, yeah, not enough.
I know. I know.
Um,
So now the next
so
day you were at
So yeah, that was sort of like the first half day we were at DCA, and then the last day we were at DCA. We started at Disneyland, then we ended at DCA. I think I was only at DCA mostly those two times, and then the rest of the time we spent at Disneyland.
Disneyland. Of course. Of
So
course.
so yeah, the first day the first day when we hopped over to Disneyland from DCA, we had a reservation at the Riverbell. Oh, am I gonna get it right? Which one's which? I probably will get them messed up. I think it's a Riverbell Terrace.
Okay.
Not the one yeah, not the other one that gives you the mint juleps that are unlimited, the Riverbell
Mhm.
Terrace. So we did the Riverbell Terrace brunch to do the Fantasmic seating.
Seating.
So
Yeah.
um so that was good. Like it's a fixed price menu, lots of food,
Yeah.
whatever.
And
It
now are
was
they
good.
still giving you the little the spongy things to sit on at Fantasmic?
Oh no, there's no spongy things to sit on, but just the voucher to come back. So
Right.
we went back really early, like to wait, and like so early, like the girls were sitting like crisscross applesauce, like right at the front. Like they were right
Oh wow.
at the front. Uh so we were like pretty much the first ones to go into the space. So the space
Oh yeah.
fills, like jam-packed fill. Um, but it's spectacular.
It is. It is. I will say that Fantasmic at Disneyland is amazing. It's a completely different experience.
Yeah, it was very good. And it's sort of like yeah, it's I don't know the original old Fantasmic, but it is the Fantasmic that most of us like learn to love. Like it's the same old soundtrack. It's none of like the Florida one is good, but it's just not
Well,
the same.
it's much, I feel like the one in Florida is much more of a show that you're watching, whereas the one in California, it feels more immersive because it's so close.
It's so
Like
close, yeah.
you're so close to it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
It's
what you feel like if you sit in the front row at Walt Disney World. I don't know, because I usually
I
sit at
don't
the
think
back of the
so.
theater. But like
I don't
this, it
know.
just feels so much more immersive.
It does. It is amazing. And yeah, I don't yeah, it's definitely like I like the music. I know all the words because it's the one I listen to all the time on
Of
my
course.
regular playlist or
Yeah.
whatever. But no, it was perfect. And like like I was with Carolyn when we were watching it, and like she had been to Disneyland a couple times, but like for people that only have done it a couple times, like there's so much Walt Disney World in their head,
Yes.
right? Like,
Yeah.
and it's interesting to have her like to stand beside someone that's really like. And I think the last time we were there, it wasn't up, so she had never seen it, and just seeing like her reaction to it because it is different, right? Like even the music and everything's different, and just watching her, just like she looked at me and like just look on her face, and I was like, I told you it's different, it's
I
awesome,
told
like
you.
the pirate ship and whatever. So yeah, it's kind of fun to have that experience too. To like to
Oh,
That's
for
one of my
sure.
favorite things about going to the theme parks is watching, like sharing that experience with somebody, like really
Yeah.
seeing somebody. It's fun when somebody's a Walt Disney World person and is experiencing something and vice versa, obviously. But
Yeah.
it's so much fun to like that's the fun I have, like
Yeah.
experiencing that, like having someone that really likes something as much as you do experience something and be like, oh wow. It's when you
Yeah.
bring people that aren't like too keen on Disney, like they see stuff and they're like, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I
You're
know.
like, good ball.
If you're a Disney fan, then you should listen to Carrie and Fran. They laugh and chat and help you make a plan. If you're going to Walt Disney World or Disneyland, and you will become a Pixie Dust fan.
Now, what
So
about the
yeah.
merch? What about the merch? So 70th merch. What did you buy?
So what did I buy? What did I buy? I bought a t-shirt. Well, this is the thing with the merch.
Uh-oh.
So the merch was like it was nice. There's lots of neat stuff,
Right.
but it was very much, I was having like 50th anniversary flashbacks. So like all the stuff, not all the stuff. There was a lot of stuff that was still there, but like there was definitely stuff that was sold out. There was
I
definitely
don't
stuff that was,
understand. Like, how are they not stocking properly? Like the celebration just started.
yeah. Like I think that there is like there's there's definitely stuff that either that's sold out or there's stuff that's only stock. Like there was things where there was only small and extra small left.
Wow.
Or like things were weird. Like they have the one hoodie that is it's got like the square like the square plaque the
Yeah.
like for when you walk under the train station and the back had like original like wording about Walt Disney like Disneyland and whatever and it was a nice color like it was a gray so for people that don't want things that
Yeah.
are colorful but like it was very like they were very very long like hoodies like whereas like I probably if I would have got a small hoodie it would have probably come down to my knees like long 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 so it was either like things weren't the right sizes or we just couldn't find things or like you were a little bit disappointed with what it was like I would have bought that
Right.
hoodie in a second if it would have been a different type of fit. So I found when like there was no mugs. Remember we couldn't find a 50th mug? Same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
No Disneyland mugs. The only mugs they had were like they had the Starbucks cups, like the big tall sparkly things. They had
Yeah.
like Starbucks 70th stuff. But yeah, they didn't have mugs. Like they didn't have some of the little things that we were looking forward to. Like I guess it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't like it just seemed like like you thought you'd be like, I want this, I want this, I want this, I
Yeah,
want this, I want
yeah.
this. Like we didn't really have that experience. Like we were like Leslie bought this really cool like V-neck sweater and she
Yeah.
bought it when we were waiting for the restaurant reservation the first night. She bought it and I am pretty sure the whole rest of the week I saw it once. Like
Yeah.
so and when they were gone they would be gone, right? Like that it was stuff like that. And I found like they had lots of like they have certain types of spirit jerseys and they have these hoodies that have like Disney, like how they have the hoodies that have the big Walt Disney World across the back, like
Yeah.
sort of like a spirit, like they have Disneyland ones. Like they had racks and racks and racks of those all over the place. So it's sort of like they should have racks and racks and racks of the anniversary
Yeah.
stuff and not so much. So, and I'm sure they probably had loads of stuff, um, like I'm sure it's selling like crazy. So it was either like we either couldn't find our sizes, we couldn't find it at all, or we were maybe a little disappointed with that it wasn't what we thought it was. Like I brought home some pressed pennies. um, I bought a purse for my friend Carol,
Hmm.
but
But that was
yeah, like
it.
I don't think I bought anything, and even my shirt that I bought is like gray. Like the one thing about the anniversary merch is it's very well done. Like everything is stitched. Like everything is embroidered or whatever. So like I got yeah, like it's not just pressed or it's not whatever.
Right.
It's like the characters are stitched in or whatever. I like even I got a gray V-neck and it has the Stitch 70th anniversary and on the back it's got more 70th stuff. Like I bought the large and like the extra large was like really, 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 really big. Like big that if I would have bent over, I would have been showing all my bits and bobs at my V-neck. Like it goes from like almost like uncomfortable, I better not shrink this to like the next
Right.
size, I would have been given a peep show. So I was like, even that, I was like, that shirt's perfect. Like I love the shirt, everything about it, but I couldn't like I spotted because I'm like, I gotta buy something that's 70th for
Right.
goodness sakes. I didn't buy the key. I'm gonna wait till I'm there next time. It was just too hot. Like by the
Right.
time we
To
got to
go
the
and do
like
the
we were
wandering and get all the keys and
like
yeah.
we were getting to the park. Like when I say that the two of us were like moseying later, like we weren't going to the park at noon. We were still like we were there like 10 o'clock ish and it was hot by then. So like I would have had to have gotten up and rope drop with those girls and just on purpose to do the key because it was way too hot. Like we needed umbrellas for the sun, like it was that hot. Um, so I didn't do the key. I saw lots of people doing the key. I really, really wanted to do the key. Um,
But it's
but I
just too
didn't.
much.
We did go around and they have the 70th. They have certain areas where you scan your Magic Band and you get like the little cards.
Yeah.
They pop out little 70th anniversary cards. So we did that. We did that a few times. We definitely we did try some 70th food, like not loads of it. Like there's so many things on your food to-do list or your to, and there's just not enough time. But we did have a few snacky poos here and there. The girls met, the characters and all their outfits. Again, if you go to the park bright and early, like that's your like one
Yeah.
morning you rope drop and you can do whatever rides, do Fantasyland, do whatever. But like if you rope drop, you can do all the characters. So the second morning at Disneyland, that's what they did. They rope dropped and they have their picture with every single character in
Yeah.
their outfits. Trying to think of if there's anything that stood out. We tried like fancy drinks and
Now you stayed late
treats,
for
but
fireworks one night.
yeah, we definitely stayed for fireworks and we stayed for paint the night. Like that was the thing
Of
that I
course.
think for Jamie and myself, that was what we were most excited about. So I did watch Paint the Night twice.
Hmm.
It's twice a night. So I watched it one night and then I watched it another night. And it is spectacular. It is the best parade ever. This absolute best parade ever. The first night we were at the end of like it comes up Main Street and then it curves to go towards the small world. And where we were, there was no speaker. And I couldn't like it was all right. Like it was good and I enjoyed it and I was woo woo fun, fun, fun. But um so we watched it all together. And then the next night they were watching it from somewhere else. And I went to Main Street and I plopped myself right where there was a speaker, like a loudspeaker. And it was the most joyous thing I've ever, it was wonderful.
Oh,
Like you have to feel the music, like where we were,
yes.
it was good, but like you couldn't feel it. And
Yeah.
like people were cheering a little bit or whatever, but just where we were wasn't the best for like really fully experiencing it. So the next night I went and watched it from a proper spot on Main Street. And like the music was just pounding and people were laughing and clapping and just totally joyous, and the music just envelops you, like it just takes you over, and
Oh,
it was amazing. It is the best parade ever. And what we talked about a little bit is like how much we love that parade. It's the best. I'd watch it twice a night, every single night I was there.
you
That's how much
would.
I love it. And that's how much everybody else loves it. Like it's people are clapping and cheering. And like I don't hear people clap and cheer at other parades. Well, maybe at other Disneyland parades, but no Walt Disney World parade. I'll put my ear to the ground the next time I'm watching a Walt Disney World parade. Anyways, but we were saying like the parade that's coming to Walt Disney World, whatever,
Yes,
is it called Starlight, whatever,
I think so.
on July 22nd or 21st or whatever date is, that parade should be better, right? Like
Yes.
it has to be. So like this is where we had these Jamie and I had these discussions, like how it is unbelievable paint the night, but how in a short time it's not going to be our favorite parade anymore, right? Like that parade at Magic Kingdom has to, like, if it has to be better. Like it has to be. Like it's all these years later, it just has to be better. So we were saying like how awesome it is, but we'll be sad that it's not going to be our favorite parade forever. It's like this new parade coming has to knock its socks off, and it should,
It
and it
should.
will, I'm sure.
I hope.
It has
Yes.
to.
It has to.
It has to. If it doesn't, then they didn't do a good job. Like it's got to
Right.
be everybody's. It's okay. You will like the Main Street Electrical Parade is awesome, but it's also very nostalgic. And I think Paint
Yes.
the Night is also for the next generation of Disneyland
Yeah.
goers has become nostalgic.
Yeah.
But I think it's as equally as awesome as it can be nostalgic for you. So I think, you might say, oh, I always love my favorite parade's always going to be the nighttime parade from when you were a kid, but that's a
Right.
lot of nostalgia. Like if we're looking at like
Yeah. We have
nuts and
to.
bolts here, right? Like Paint the
You
Night
have
is
to
like
separate. You have to separate like how good something is versus whether you just love it because you always loved it and
yeah.
it's got the nostalgia.
My second favorite parade is the parade they had, the last parade they had, the Magic Happens, for whatever it is, where they have them, all the characters are like scooting and dancing and whatever, the
Yeah.
last Disneyland daytime parade. That's my second favorite parade of all time. But yeah, that's when we had this discussion. I said, Jamie, you know what's going to happen. This isn't our favorite for much longer. And she's like,
No.
Carrie, I know. She's like, I know that's going to happen. And I'm like, we just need to we need to talk this through. Like, this is
Be
always going to have a
prepared.
special place in our heart, but it's going to be knocked off the pedestal pretty soon.
Absolutely.
And I
Let's
hope for the
hope.
love for
Let's
the Disney
hope.
fandom that we all embrace and wrap our lives around. It better be better than Paint the Night.
Yes. Fingers crossed. I
So
hope.
Paint the Night was glorious,
Yes.
and I love it as much as I loved it before. That is the moral of the story. So,
Nice.
but I'm
Nice.
trying to think if there's anything else. Like, there's lots of photo ops for the 70th. Like, there's
Yeah.
lots of collectible coins. There's lots of press pennies. There's lots of characters. There's lots of fun stuff happening because of the 70th, and they did it. Like, I think, like, I've read people, like, where people say, like, it's been, like, they really haven't done anything special, right? Like, it's
Right.
it's sort of like they're regurgitating, some of the ideas or whatever. But I think they've done a few things with the key, you
Yeah.
know,
Like what else could they
and
do?
a few
Like it's
little
a
overlays here and
celebration.
there. And
Like
and I think yeah,
there's
things that
certain
make the Disneyland people
staples.
happy. Yeah, like the
Yeah.
little, like, tapping the magic band and getting the little cards
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Like, it does, those little things do make the fans pretty happy. So I think it suits well what Disneyland is known for. And really, like, when it's 75 years, like, they do these celebrations every 5 years. Like, how out of the box can these ideas be?
Like how
Like,
much more can they do? Like
like they merge collectible coins. Like the
right?
key thing was a really cool
The
thing,
key
right?
things
Like,
do.
they do all kinds of snacks, they do fancy fireworks, they do,
They get new outfits. Like
yeah, like, they it's kind of what they do. So I don't know
I
how
don't know
they
how
can
much
really do
more they can
anything.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know much more. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that is worthy of mentioning of my trip. But we had 3 days in the park. It was hot. It was busy. There's 3 days when you're a Disney fan that loves Disneyland
Yeah.
more than anything. It's not enough time. I'd like
Never
to spend
enough
10
time.
days at Disneyland and just, I didn't spend enough time sitting on park benches and doing nothing. Um, you know, I had a
Yeah.
churro so
So
we could all,
you're gonna go back
you know,
obviously before the end of the 70th.
yes, hopefully a few times I can go back. I realize, like, how much I love it there. Like, I get sad that I don't get to visit as much as I want to, but, like, as soon as I'm there, I'm like, I really need to be here more. Like, I don't know why I don't make it a priority to come here.
Yeah.
But life gets in the way. Things get,
It
there's
does. It
lots of
does.
other trips we have to go on that
And
we that
it's
kind of bump it.
it's also like it is a little harder for not harder, but it takes longer. The flights are different. It's not as conducive to like just even just getting an Uber from the airport to there. Like it is more expensive in those terms as well for
Yeah,
us to get to Disneyland. So, but I know you'll
it's
be back there
awesome.
multiple times before the end of
It's
the
awesome.
70th.
I know. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I just walk around smiling. I
I
just sit and
know.
do nothing. I'm just
You're
happy to
so
be
happy
there.
there. You're so
It
happy
is,
there.
it's everything about it is awesome.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
say anything negative about it. So
Of course.
I love it. But it was good.
It
So
was a
and
good
then and
trip.
then it was
Just
time to
hot.
go. Hot as heck. Like, just as hot as when we were there a couple of years
Yeah.
ago when we couldn't do
Oh,
anything
when we
during the
had
day.
that heat wave. Yeah.
That's the thing. I think there's just a heat wave
Yeah.
all the time
Yeah.
now in the summer.
And that makes it
But
hard. Like it makes it hard to spend too much time outside and walking around and stuff. Like people say to me, like, well, it's hot in Toronto too, but I'm not walking around for five
yeah,
hours outside in Toronto. Like when we
yeah,
have
you're
those
jumping
heat
your car to
days,
run to the grocery store, or to work or
exactly.
whatever. You're not walking outside for 30,000 steps.
Exactly. So it makes a big difference. It definitely
Yeah, it
does.
does. But
Yeah.
still awesome. I love it.
Awesome.
So
Well, I'm glad you had a good time.
we did. We did.
Of course.
Yeah, I didn't take very like it's been a little bit since I got back, and I didn't take loads of pictures. I was just
Yeah,
being in the
Carrie.
moment, so like I was having a hard time, um, like really remembering all of the stuff. I'm trying to think in my brain, like if anything pops up that was absolutely, because like
Well,
as soon as
yeah.
I'll think about
So
it tomorrow morning, like something that was like the best thing ever that happened that I forgot to mention. But
yes, I can remember something that you didn't even cover as we're talking about it. So one of the things I get random messages from Carrie when she's in Disneyland, and I got one, and it's just, and people think that we make this up about what our conversations are like, and we're not exaggerating, we're not making it up. I even posted it to my story. So I got random middle of the day message from you. You found a new bathroom in Disneyland that you didn't know
mhm,
was there.
I didn't. I thought I had peed in every bathroom on property.
So tell us, where was this bathroom, Carrie, that you found? Because you're gonna have to, and it just said, and I have to show you next time we're here.
Yeah, I maybe everybody knows about it, but I've never seen it. So it's sort of like when you are and when you're about like to go on Autopia or going to the monorail station, there's sort of a bathroom tucked in around that way. And like it's right.
Like the monorail station, the one that's over by the seat,
Oh, sorry,
the
not the train station, not the monorail station, the train station. So
okay,
when you go where you go in to go to Autopia, like if you walk further and around a path, there's a train station entrance, which you don't even really know. Like you kind of forget the train station's there. Like you look up and you're like, oh, there's people standing there. What is that? Like Carolyn did that. She's like, what's that? And I'm like, that's a train station. Like you don't realize it's a train station.
right?
So right around there's a bathroom, and it's a big
Holy
bathroom.
mackerel!
And like maybe everybody at Disneyland knows this bathroom and it's their favorite bathroom, but I've never been there before. And just like if you go around the building there, you're right at the bathrooms for Space Mountain. So like kind of like in the Tomorrowland in Florida's like that too, right? There's bathrooms at
Right,
the bottom when you come out of Space Mountain. There's the big bathrooms there. So
right.
we were going to the washroom, and I'm like, and Jamie was like, I think bathrooms here. I'm like, no, the Space Mountain bathroom. So we all hauled our butt over to the Space Mountain bathrooms. And then the next day we came back and we were like, oh, there. So we went to those bathrooms at Autopia. Still, I've never been in those bathrooms. They were quiet. Like, so I'm
Well,
assuming
yeah.
it's not as popular a bathroom as some of the other
So
ones.
this,
So
so this could be like the Cheshire Cafe bathrooms that we didn't know about Magic Kingdom.
yeah, I
It's
didn't.
like, boom, here's a bathroom we didn't know.
Mhm. And I knew where all the bathrooms were at Disneyland.
See,
So you learn something new, even you learn something new every time. Maybe there'll be a
exactly.
time where I don't learn something new, but I did learn something new this time.
See, we say that every time we go, no matter where we're going, Disneyland, Walt Disney World, we've been lots and lots and lots of times, but there's always something that we're like, huh, I didn't know that was there, or I'd never noticed this before.
Mhm.
And look at that, a brand new bathroom.
Even if it's a bathroom.
But yes, that is how our conversations do go on online when we're away. We share the tidbits of our trips, so that was a fun one.
Yeah, I didn't send you the pictures of the postmodern hotel because I knew that wouldn't float your boat. I had to call on a different I had to call a different friend for that one.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Oh, I'm glad you had such a good time, Carrie.
It was good. Just means you want to go back. That's all.
Yep. So now it's time to get planning the next one.
Plan on the next one. Although I want to stay home I'm glad that I'm not going anywhere for a couple months. I'm excited to stay home in the summertime. It's so you're glad to be home, then you're home for a couple months and you're like, oh, what would I do to get away to Walt Disney World or Disneyland? But I'm at the point right now where I'm like, I can't wait for the next 2 months to not have to travel anywhere.
Right. Well, currently, you and I, like our next big trips, I guess, is for D23. That's the next one
Yeah,
that's on the
yeah,
books.
yeah. At the end of the summer,
Yeah. Yeah.
which we have to figure out like I haven't bought my flights or anything for that. So
Oh, yes. See, my sister bought ours yesterday because, she likes to plan. I would have been quite happy to wait a little while longer, but, it makes her twitchy if we don't have flights. So it's almost like she thinks I'm going to change my mind and not go. After what we paid for the D23 tickets, we're going. So yes, we booked our flights yesterday, so we know we're
That's
going
all.
now. There's no
Yeah,
backing
I'm
out
going, but
now.
I just got to figure out all my other stuff. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm
Yes,
glad to be home for the summer and be sweating in Canada
I
instead of
know.
sweating in Florida.
It's been pretty hot. Like I'm enjoying it, although I will be honest that I'm quite happy when we stop recording to turn on my AC because just so you guys know, try and keep the sound quality okay. Carrie and I both turn off our fans and our air conditioning and stuff in the house so that we don't have a lot of background noise. So yeah, we're roasting. So yes,
We're glistening.
as soon as we hit stop recording, we're both putting on our fans and our air conditioning.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going over to
Awesome.
my mom's house because it's cooler over there. Like she doesn't have it. She just has window air conditioning too, but because like the way she situated her place is just a heck of a lot cooler
Nice.
than mine. So I get out of here.
That's good. Okay, well, we're going to get you there, Carrie. We're at the time of the show where you and I share something that brought us joy, brought us pixie dust. We call it our pixie dust of the week. And do you have pixie dust that you could share? Carrie? Carrie?
I didn't.
I see. This is what happens when we don't prepare in advance.
Well, I've been trying to think of pixie dust, and I'm sure there is pixie dust all around me, but I was having a hard time like
There's just
pinpointing.
so much happiness around you that you're having a hard time picking one thing.
Sometimes it's hard to it's more the pixie dust is in front of you, but you're not recognizing it as pixie dust.
Exactly.
That's more
Exactly.
my
That's
point.
why we do this to remind us that there's always something fun or positive or happy you just have to look for it. Do you want me to go first and then you can think
Yeah, and then
while
maybe
I'm
you'll forget that I didn't do mine. Yeah, what's your pixie dust this week, Fran?
I'm not going to forget that you didn't do yours. So mine is I got a thing from our podcasting host system that we were eligible to add ads to our podcast.
Ooh.
So now I don't know
What
if
does
any
that
of them have,
mean?
I don't know if any of them have played. I turned it on, but I don't know. Did they just, I still haven't quite figured it out. However, they might just put them in at the beginning or put them in at the end. I'm not quite sure. I got to play around with it a little bit, but it's there. So if we make $2 or $3, it goes towards it goes towards paying for the hosting software and stuff like that. So I figured, why not? I'd give it a shot. So I turned it on. So if you guys start hearing ads, that's why. And I hope they're good ads. Like I hope it's not like I hope they're
Real pattern baldness or
well, yeah, like I think I turned off. There was like a thing that you could turn off like adult ads or something like that or whatever. I don't know. So I don't know. We'll see what shows up. But I'm kind of excited to see how this works. So yeah, why not? Why not?
what the heck?
What
Go
the
for
heck?
it.
So that's mine, and you guys let me know once you start hearing ads.
To hear
Although
them.
sometimes I'll know too, because I do listen to us sometimes. Like sometimes I have too many podcasts to listen to, and like truth be told, I don't need
That's
to
the
listen
thing.
to it because I was here and then I edit it. So I actually listen to this whole thing again right after we do it.
Poor
So,
things.
to hear it a third time when, kind of, but
Gotta
sometimes
be
I
a good
do.
one.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. Yeah.
There's so much stuff to watch. There's so much stuff to watch on YouTube. There's so much stuff to listen to on podcasts. There's just so much
Yeah,
stuff.
there
So much
is.
stuff.
There is, but that doesn't get you
Um,
out of sharing pixie dust, Carrie.
I thought of something. I thought of something.
You did. Go for
I
it.
did. I did. I just needed a bit more time. My pixie dust, my neighbors have they garden. They're both retired
Okay.
and gardening is their full-time job. I joke that I don't really see them on the weekends because I think they just do their job from like their 9 to 5, Monday to Friday type of gig. They're outside. Well, no, they're probably outside like 7 to 3 every single day. Their
Okay.
garden is beautiful. Anyways, so they've started to bring me over the benefits of their garden.
Oh.
So either a little knock on the door or I get a Facebook message that says check on the little hook outside my my railing, and I've gotten lettuce. What else have I got so far this year? But they give right now. I'm getting all kinds of different types of lettuce and kale, and I'm bringing a salad to my mom's house after this. That is all of their lettuce. So that's my pixie dust. They're very lovely.
That's
that
amazing.
They share. Like, I know they have more lettuce than they know what to do with, so it's either me or the bunnies. But they share with me. They think let's give them to my lovely neighbor, see if she wants some lettuce. In the past, like sometimes they do tomatoes, and like honest to goodness, like tomato, like I can't imagine how many
those
tomatoes
are amazing.
Like, they have for themselves. They give us bags of tomatoes, sometimes zucchinis. Like I don't know that they do the same thing every year, but they definitely, like, their garden grows every year. Like they expand it, and like if you look out my back window, I can see their yard, and they have all grass in the middle. Like they pretty much grow everything around their fence line, and then they have a couple like they put a couple like gardens that are like high, like the ones that are standing, so that they don't have to bend down as much. So they have a few of those, but like it's like you'd think by how much they love gardening and what they grow, like their whole backyard would just be like a little field, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like they have it all strategically all along the fence so that they still have their grass for the dog and this nice cut green, perfect, beautiful grass. And then the front yard, they even put like some stuff in the front yard. They put edible flowers. They do all kinds of stuff. But it's lovely, and I get they share with me. So
that's so nice.
So my pixie dust this week, the leftovers and the extras have started to come my way. So
that's
like
that's
they give me so much. I usually have to share with my mom because like there's so much stuff that you can't eat it all. And I'm sure they can stuff and they freeze stuff. Like, yeah, I'm sure that they're doing stuff for some of the stuff they're doing to like last them through the winter, like flash freezing stuff and doing whatever. And then they usually still end up beans. They give me beans usually. Like they have I'm the opposite of them.
Yeah,
I agree with them.
Same. So. I didn't even tell you. You know, my new neighbor that lives on the, so you know, like we have that little patch in front of our house. Like it's very tiny in front of our house. So my new neighbor, she is growing everything she can in there. So yeah, I know Carrie's looking at me like, what? Where? Seriously, she's got strawberries in there. She's got kale. She's got tomatoes, I think. She's got mint. So the other day, it was so embarrassing. The other day, I went down to go like get the mail or whatever from the mailbox. And then when I came back around into the driveway, there she was standing there. So, you know, we start chit-chatting, whatever. And I'm technically staying out there because I'm waiting because my Uber Eats guy's going to be here in like 3 minutes with my burger that I ordered. And this woman starts telling me I need to eat more salad. And she starts cutting the kale out of her garden to give me. And she's giving me all and you know how tiny her little thing is. It was embarrassing when the dude showed up with my burger and I'm taking her kale. But yeah, she gave me like a whole big thing of kale. You should ask her if she wants your patch. Maybe that's how you get rid of the weeds. Maybe she could just grow stuff in front of mine. Like
tell her you don't even want any of it. It's just extra property for her to grow.
I know. I admire people with those green thumbs that can do that stuff. Like the only thing I
my
can
neighbor gave me kale. You know what I make kale chips.
Oh, nice.
So you break it all up into bite-sized pieces and and mix it up with some oil and salt and pepper or whatever, salt or whatever, and then lay it on a sheet and then put it in the oven and it'll get all crispy.
And you bake it. Nice.
Mm-hmm, it's good.
Oh, smart. Well, I have a bundle in my fridge. I'll try it. There you go. Cooking tips from Carrie.
Otherwise, you're going to have to cut it really, chop it up really small and put it in your salad because it's a bit, it's such a heavy, harder to chew. You put it in your salad or you could cook it. But I would make kale chips if I were you.
That's awesome. There you go.
They're really good.
Sharing tips. Kale chips. All right. Well, thank you for listening to us. If you've made it all the way to the end of the podcast, please leave us a rating and review on your podcast player and share the podcast episode with somebody else that you think might like it. And until next time, we'll chat with you in a couple of weeks.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Pixie Dust Fan Podcast. We hope you enjoyed the episode.
Make sure you're following us on your favorite podcast player so you'll get a new episode every week. And find us on social media too. We'd love to hear from you.
Till next time, remember, you are never too old to be young. Chase your dreams and design your own happily ever after.